Welcome to the Lounge, everyone. My name is Toby Roydell, and today we will dare to look at the future. Only the near future and the megatrends of 2024. I am not someone who cares for fashion trends, or beauty trends, or some random online trends that most of the time fade in just a few weeks. I like to look at trends that really matter and that shape our whole planet and our future continuously. And here we need megatrends. First of all, what makes a megatrend mega? There are a few things that are important, 4 of them to be exact. Number 1, megatrends are long-lasting. They impact us for several decades. Megatrends are worldwide. They impact almost any region and place in the whole world. That doesn't mean that they impact every region in the same way, but sooner or later their impact can be felt everywhere. Megatrends are quite complex. They are multidimensional, and how they develop is very, very hard to predict. Megatrends are universal. They do not only impact every place in the world, but every area and field of our whole life. They impact economy, consumerism, society, media, politics, just to name a few. But Toby, how many of those mysterious megatrends are there? I hear you ask. Well, this question is harder to answer than I at first thought as well. There are many different research facilities, researchers, scientists and think tanks who come up with a variety of megatrends all the time or for every single year. And some come up with 4, some come up with 10 or even 12 megatrends. Let's look upon the very important ones. As I said, every single source that you could ever consult will tell you about different megatrends. Although most of them have a few things in common. So I tried to compile a list of the most important megatrends to present to you. In case you're interested, all the sources for today's video are in the description box below. Globalization. Of course it has to be on this list. Globalization. The process of the world being more connected and more intertwined. It raises questions like, how do we solve those global crises that we face? And why does it feel like when there is a conflict happening on the other side of the earth, we, or on a personal level, we all get sucked into this conflict in some way, shape or form? Urbanisation. The process of people moving from the countryside to ever-growing cities. It raises questions like, how do we make space for all those people who want to live in the cities? And what do we do with the abandoned countryside? The demographic change. Questions about how our age and ethnicity structure is developing until 2050 or 2100. Questions like, are we getting too old for our health system so that it's probably not even sustainable anymore and could collapse at some point? Are questions that go with it. Digitalisation. The process of technologies making themselves indispensable and changing many aspects of our life in the process. You could ask a question of, is it even a good thing to make everything go digital, or do we lose something in the process as well? Artificial intelligence. This is a point I think is known to so many or most people at this point. If you're not so sure, however, about AI and what comes with it, the risks and rewards, you can check out my last video about artificial intelligence to find out a little bit more about it, and hopefully it's helpful. Next up is security. And this is an interesting one because many people feel like there are so many more crimes taking place and the world getting increasingly unsafer again. And even though many statistics don't support this idea, many people just feel like that, and therefore it has to be respected. And especially digital crimes, they do increase drastically. So questions are interesting like, how do we get those frauds that can act from anywhere in the world? And how do we make people feel a little bit safer again? Mobility. How does everyone get around in the future? How do we solve those transportation issues, especially in crowded big cities? How about carbon emissions, and does even everyone need a driver's license in the future? Of course, it has to be on such a list, climate change. As there is not a lot that I think I can add, I think we just move on, because climate change, everything or pretty much everything is quite known about it. The only thing is, how do we get to action? The penultimate megatrend is energy. And it comes with the question, how do we acquire all the necessary energy to run our whole world? And is there even a way to make it sustainable? How far is fusion energy, by the way? How's that going? And finally, and I kept this for last on purpose because it's my favorite megatrend, and it's health. The question of how do we stay healthy on a physical and mental level? And it comes with very difficult questions like, how do we make sure that people can afford what they need for their personal health? How to stay healthy? These are of course not all megatrends that you could think of. You could think about a lot more, and the list could go on endlessly. A very interesting thing about the megatrends, especially those in my list, is they already share a few things here and there. Like the place where transportation and like mobility and transportation goes into carbon emissions, there is a cut, and from there health and health issues continue. So the megatrends themselves are quite intertwined. And I would say pretty much every topic, every question could fit into one of those megatrends that I talked about today. And this is the main concept of the megatrends. Different platforms, of course, as I said, have their own set of megatrends. The Forbes magazine, for example, has their own set of megatrends just for management. The management megatrends for 2024, for example. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed watching and listening to today's little video about megatrends. And if you enjoyed watching and had a few thoughts here and there, that would make my day. With that being said, my name is Toby Roydell, and I will see you again next time here in my lounge.